Welcome back to Cards and Comics, guys. Today I'm going to be doing another mail day, and it's going to be fun. There's been some new sets released. I'm actually going to talk about some new products, and I got a good variety of '90s and vintage cards to talk about. So I'll talk about some new products that's been released. So I am a big fan of the Batman Metal Universe set that just came out. I know it's not maybe everyone's a cup of tea, but a big fan of a couple characters like Poison Ivy, Blue Beetle's in the set. So I went out and I've been buying a few cards from the set. I'm going to wait a little bit. It's going to go on ePack, and it's going to have a lot of cards coming out. And I feel like a lot of FOMO buying is happening right now. So I'm going to just wait, let prices settle, and try to get a few cards that I'm really interested in. Mainly some of the PMGs and some of the really tougher insert sets. But here, before I start, though, there is a card I want to show off first. This is a card from the last Cryptozoic DC set, which I think is kind of cool. It is a gold, I forget the actual name of the Star Power, gold Star Power. And you can see it's numbered to 20. Get to focus. It's right there. Yeah, number to 20 right there. So I thought it was cool. It's a Poison Ivy card. I like it. It's got almost like the Superfractor finish there. This shows you like this is the last set they pretty much did. I think Hush or maybe it's Metal. They did Hush and they did like a Metal Heavy Metal, Batman Heavy Metal. So those sets didn't do very well, and in the secondary market compared to what we're seeing right now with Metal Universe. So you can kind of see it was an okay design, but not the greatest. So even though that insert set's cool, a lot of cards from Cryptozoic just didn't hit, and I think it's in a better place now. So here are some cards I picked up in group breaks or just buying slowly on eBay. Here's a card I actually got in a group break. I got Batwoman as a character. So that is the Skybox Premium insert. Here is just the base parallel here. So it's kind of shiny, kind of fun. Here is one of the Arkham Asylum Ivy. So this is an actual acetate card. They're actually, it's interesting. They were like trying to get $100 for some of these when they first hit. And now they're pretty common, so it's like a $20 card now or even lower. So it just shows you don't buy first. Don't be the first. Here is a lime green parallel, not to be confused with the standard PMG. Those are out of 175. Here's one of the first PMGs. I actually bought this, but I felt like it was a good deal. I did get a Zatanna red PMG. Really love that card, and I need the Ivies, so looking for those. And in the group break, I did hit a blue red mask. Not my favorite character, but still a cool card. And then just to close out the DC cards I've been picking up, I did pick up a few more of the Thunderclap Ultra inserts or set they just released. So here's the Joker, the Wonder Woman, and these are selling in now the $10 to $15 range. So to me, it's a pretty cool product to pick up. And I did pick up another red, number to 25. I have now the Batman red. So I've got 3 of the 5 reds. So I need, so I have Superman, Batman, and Harley. I need the Wonder Woman. I need the Wonder Woman and the Joker to get my full red set. So that'd be kind of cool if I get that red set done. Moving on to vintage cards. So here's a really cool vintage card I picked up. Pretty excited about it because I've never had this card before, and it's from a really tough set. It's a 74 O-Pee-Chee, Willie Stargell. See if we get the focus. Trying out a new camera today, guys. So there's a 74 Willie Stargell PSA 7. And the cool thing about this is, and so you got the great O-Pee-Chee back. There we go. Great O-Pee-Chee back. Just love that card. Really, it's one of those things where when you look at like these 74 cards, a 7 is a good grade, I think. On a 74 PG, and I've never had that card, so that's one of the few starter cards I never owned. And then going back to pre-war, I got this from my buddy Doug. I got a Rube Marcard, or Richard Marcard, better known as Rube, and I got a nice T2075 here. Just a gorgeous card, and yeah, it's one of those recruit back, really nice T207 there. So yeah, like that was my only. I have some more coming, so I don't have them in hand yet. But I got a cool Kogan's Chip card coming in. Hopefully you guys like that set. But that's a really cool set that I'm hoping to get a few cards on. Starting in the 90s here, so we'll go into here's a 2000 Pacific Paramount. Cool insert set. This is the they call them the Fielder's Choice set. So it's a glove card. You can see that die cut of the glove in the background. Griffey just sold raw over $100 for this card. I actually sold my PSA 10 Griffey of this card a couple weeks ago for a pretty high dollar amount. So it's funny, like sets that you didn't even think of being high dollar are starting to really turn up, and this is a good example of that card here. It's like this set is actually pretty popular now, and you can see it on the Griffey side where the raw card is bringing $100, and you can see the PSA 10s are going kind of nuts. I'm going to be doing another video on 90s card pricing, but I'm doing basically everybody but Griffey to show you how diverse and crazy the market is right now. A really cool card from Donruss from the Reserve Collection. So this is the preferred collection cards. So these are basically refractor knockoffs, but these are supposed to have been based on print runs or stated print runs. These are from the preferred version, so there's multiple sets. Elite, Donruss, Leaf was in this set, and depending on what set it was from, depending on the rarity, and the preferred version is the rarest, and they were numbered, or stated print run is 55. So there's supposedly 55 of each of these preferred reserve collection cards, and yeah, so I don't know if there are 55 of each of these cards, really, but based on just how hard they are to get, I would say pretty safe bet that maybe that's the actual print run, because they're hard to get. I would say that. I did pick up 2 cards for my 99 Topps Stars and Steel domed hollow gold set. I picked up a Carlos Delgado. There we go. And yeah, he is right now it's getting hard. So yeah, it's Carlos Delgado, and then I also picked up Hall of Famer Jeff Bagwell. And again, these are getting harder and harder to get. Really hard to get these now. Every time I pick up one of these cards, it's just painful because everybody wants so much money for just even commons like Delgado. So this is card number 30 and 31 out of 44. So I'm down to 13 cards in my set I need for this set. So I'm down to the final 13 cards. So wish me luck. This set's been very tough to track down. With only 44 cards, you would think it'd be easier, but some of these cards are ghosts. They don't appear very often on eBay or for sale. Next is 2 cards. I actually have this full set now. The Soul of the Game 99 Premium. I did a video about kind of the rainbow you can build in this set by the different color variations on the set. So here's the Derek Jeter, and then I picked up the Frank Thomas. So now I have the complete set. I'll be showing off that complete set in one of my future review videos. But I do love that set. It's just a really cool, and it's fairly inexpensive. I'm actually putting together this other set here. I am trying to get all of the Clout 9 artist proofs, because these all have this cool diamond checkerboard pattern. So here is the Sosa, just silver. So you can get these cards in silver, bronze, silver, or gold. So here's the Sosa in a gold. And then here is the Greg Maddux. Sorry, that was a silver. Then here is a Greg Maddux, also as a silver. So, and theoretically, I think the golds are supposed to have like a 200 print run, something like that, 200 or 300 card print run. So theoretically, they're pretty tough. No city print run, I think, on the silvers or bronze, but you can kind of see how shiny and that pattern is really cool. Oops, sorry. Not used to my camera being where it's at. On to Griffey. I only picked up a couple Griffey cards, but they're really cool. The first one here is 2005, so it's not a 90s card, but it's the Zenith Gold Artist Proof. So this set is really cool. I've talked about it in the past. I did a video on this set because this is the last set to do Dufex that I'm aware of. I think it's just, you know, everyone kind of now understands this was the last year that Dufex ever appeared on a card. The technology, from what I understand, is lost. You cannot do this anymore. Like how this was printed, basically no one has the technology left to print like this. So no one can reproduce these cards because basically the company that was making these just doesn't exist anymore. This was numbered out of 50. Or sorry, is numbered out of 50. So I know it's a Reds card, so for a lot of the Griffey guys, it's a deal breaker because it's a Griffey card as a red. But for me, it's one of those really beautiful Dufex cards. It's, I mean, if this was a 2000 or 1999 card out of 50 like this card would be $1,000. But you know, it's a later Griffey in a Reds, so it's like, you know, $100 bucks, $200, you know, graded probably, you know, a little bit more, but you know, it's not a break the banker. Still sells really well. It's just not, you know, the super duper expensive. And then pick this up, the Enfuego Griffey. One of the, I think, coolest set designs ever. And again, it's back to the old Dufex. And there's a lot of collectors in the Griffey universe that, you know, has tried to put together all the refractors and all the Dufex cards because they're kind of like iconic to the 90s. You can kind of see that pattern, that fire pattern. Yeah, it's just a really great use of technology. And I'm hoping that eventually some company figures out how to remake these cards, because that would be amazing to have someone actually recreate these cards again. I would pay a lot to go back and have a Dufex card again as a case hit or pull. So, and the last but not least, here are 3 cards I picked up for my Donruss limited exposure set. So we've got Paul Molitor. Again, these are print run of like 40. So there's Paul Molitor. And these are double-sided, so you get the here is Mo Vaughn. So again, these aren't the big hitters. But you see how shiny they are. It's like crazy. And then last but not least, Matt Williams. So this is the sloggy part of putting together sets from the 90s. Is there's going to be players here that you may not want to collect. You know, you may not like having to shell out some money for a Matt Williams card, but it's just part of that game and part of the building the set. And I do like the fact that when you put these sets together, you kind of see just how kind of, you know, players you forgot were really good. Like Matt Williams is a very good player for a long time. But there it is, guys. That's my mail day. Let me know which cards you like, what you guys think are really cool. If you like the two camera format, or do you want me to go back to my single camera? I know it's a little wonky. I'm buying a new webcam that has built-in better zoom, so continuously to upgrade all the technology. But I thought it was cool. I've got the two camera option now, and so I thought I'd use it on this video. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time on Cards and Comics. Bye.